Hey guys, this is Peter and I got a lot of questions about this, how I can take home internet from 5G and make it even faster, more reliable. Well, let me just go through and show you all the steps. So first I'm going to show you a quick tour of my garage and show you how I have it set up. Let's run that right now. All right, well you guys asked for it. Here's my garage and here's my Dynalink router. And when I have it sitting right underneath the coffee can. It's inside my garage because I have it connected, as I mentioned in another video, to two leads. I opened this up in another video and put these outside wires, so I had to be close to outside. And look, I have one, this is a Cat 6 cable, and it goes straight from, I know everyone wants to see the exact port. There it is, and that's the only thing that's plugged in, and it goes straight down in here to the WAN port of my Dynalink. And then I have one cable that goes out. I have it strained relief here. It's the antenna cables. But it goes down temporarily onto the floor. And yeah, if you saw the fire extinguisher, I have a whole little setup here. I'm going to do this in another video. I'm harnessing the sun, and this is my little solar setup. And yeah, we have that going. Just being safe, but I don't think it's necessary. Have my battery bank down below. But there we go. This cable comes around, goes past my vacuum, up past the beer fridge, and air. It goes right into, this is a switch. You got to make sure you have a gigabit switch. Otherwise, everything after here will not be fast. But this is a gigabit switch. This one goes out to the entertainment area, and it's another gigabit switch. Actually, this is a 10100. But that's okay, because it's just going to TV. And then my other one goes up and around my door and over to my desk. And that is a gigabit switch as well. And that is why I get good speeds at my desk. Ta-da! There, you've seen the whole thing. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump in and show you how it's all set up. All right, so here we are back at my desktop, and I want to show you, my T-Mobile gateway. Look at this, 19 days. I haven't rebooted this thing. I'm going to do a speed test for you, show that I'm still getting it, but they're going to take you through the pieces of software and show you how I've configured it. It's not really complicated, but let's go through it anyway, because sometimes it's fun to follow along. So as you saw, I did have a Cat 6 cable that went over to my group of routers, and I have a wired connection here. So let me just go ahead and show you a speed test here. I already ran it. Oh, well, I'm going to run it again, I guess. Let's go ahead and run it. It says T-Mobile. Let's go ahead and give this a click. See what kind of ping I'm getting. Very nice. 15 will do. And go ahead and crank it up there. Give me 6. Let's get into 7s. 7s is going to make me look good. There we go. 700. And I'm probably going to pull about 140 up. Now, this is on an installation that hasn't been rebooted in 19 days. 19 days, well, I had to reboot it once I plugged in my new router because you want to set everything up again. So as you can see, I'm getting really good signal. What am I pulling there? I'm pulling 80 and 9. And that's probably my primary signal is probably going to be B2 or B66. Really good one. I'm going to show you that. Oh, look at that, 140. Very nice. Very nice scores. Very consistent. Very much like what I was seeing. Let me go ahead and hit status. Oh, and I'm getting 83 here and an 11. So not quite as good, but I bet that is N41. Let's go take a look. Primary signal, what do we got? B2, excellent band. So these different bands that are enabled by T-Mobile, you can look them all up. They all have their frequencies and they all have their up speeds and their down speeds and their capabilities. I'm looking for it. N71 is their XR, which is for extended range. Just like sound that you can hear when you hear someone's noise when you hear someone's radio from their car, you hear the bass because lower frequencies travel better and they travel a longer distance. Same thing here. N41 is their UG. It's their slowest of their UG, but it's the best for home internet. I have videos on that. B2 and N41 is an excellent combination. It's going to enable you to get, scores like this. I mean, it's really, really nice. I am rather further distance away. I did hook up an antenna, as you saw. That antenna allows me to get good signal on the best bands. That's what I was trying to do. Here's what I did when I went to set up this thing, though. Here's my router. I simply went over here, went to the WAN connection, set my packets to an MTU value of 1420. Why? Someone else recommended it. See, we normally think of internet packets as being 1500 bytes, and a lot of people just default to that. And you know what? It works pretty good. But when you're trying to get the most out of your network, you really want to dial it in. Someone asked me about, they said, I have Cox Internet. What would I set for my MTU value? And I thought, well, it's probably 1500 because that's cable internet. But I looked, and people are changing it. Here, I sent him this article because people were saying that they're changing they have some packet loss issues. They were changing their MTU values. So you know what? Go ahead and Google whatever you want to and put in whatever internet MTU size. You'll probably find it. So here, what I did was T-Mobile Home Internet MTU. There it is. Someone else already typed it. So look, it's already being searched. And what are they going to recommend? It's going to be my 1420. There it is. I see a 1420 there. So someone's telling you the exact same thing I am. So it's not just something I'm making up. It does make sense that different networks have different packet sizes that they work with. And it makes sense that telco is going to have different packet sizes. So if you're trying to, I don't know, move and you have sets of 6 stuff, you don't want to use boxes that are, made for 10 because you're just going to have wasted spots. Or if you're trying to ship 10 of something and you're shipping with boxes that 6, you're going to waste, it's going to be less efficient. So what we're doing is we're pre-crafting these packets and sending them out. All right, let me go ahead and show you what I did. I went to the network settings. Someone put something up there. They said to go and set up your network for T-Mobile. Here's how you turn off their Wi-Fi. And you just go to 192.168.12.1. It's exactly what I did. And go to the wireless networks. And for each one, go through the SSID and disable it. So here's what I did. I went to 192.168.12.1 and I went to the network settings, clicked on Wi-Fi settings, went to 2 gigahertz, typed in my admin password like it wants you to, and went and disabled everything. Let's see. So SSID number 1, disabled, and just went through to everything. Enable Wi-Fi multimedia. I even think I disabled that. I don't know why it's not saving it, but I did. So, save changes maybe. That's an important step. Here, this one should be off as well. Let's not do this, but yeah, I went to the gateway. Oh, there we go. I disabled this because I don't need multiple input, multiple output, anything. It should just be quiet. But I disabled these. Save changes. Maybe it keeps enabling itself. But anyway, it's not broadcasting it. You saw how closely my 2 access points were to one another. You don't want them conflicting. So I just turned it off. Is it really important? Probably not. The more important thing is getting the 2 synced. So I would reboot one and then the other. I'd reboot my T-Mobile and then go ahead and boot this one. So I simply went to my WAN connections and changed this packet size to 1420. Saved the changes, of course. I went to my Wi-Fi settings and changed it. Hey, there's a sticker on the bottom of this device. Let me show it to you. The sticker has all your default logins for how to get onto the network and the default names and the default passwords. Default passwords are a little odd. Go ahead and change them. Give it your own SSID. What I did is I made the SSID exactly like my old networks. Exactly the same name with exactly the same password and exactly the same spelling, exactly the same capitalization. Why? Because I'm going to fool every device in the house so that I don't have to retrain them. Why? So my family doesn't yell at me. My family just goes, oh, good, it's working again. Thank you. That's all they need to know. They don't need to know that there's a different network and that it runs faster and all this other stuff. If they're happy, it means it's aces. And it really is. So there we go. That's all I did. Simple setup. This has been an amazing router. I can't wait to play with more of the features on this. People have asked me, do you have a double NAT setup? Yes, you do, because T-Mobile's gateway doesn't allow it to run as a modem only. It doesn't do modem only mode. So until it does, I'm making it a modem only myself, and it is going ahead and creating its own DHCP value, and I'm of course accepting that and taking that exact value, plugging it into this router and saying, go ahead and make your own network out of this. So yes, there is a double NAT, which isn't ideal if you're running a Plex server. If you're not running a server from inside your house, it doesn't matter. I run everything. Look, I've got 25 machines on there. Everyone's streaming everything on this thing. We're beating the heck out of it. And no, everyone's happy. Everyone's been happy with it. The gaming's been happy. Here again, it wasn't just a fluke. I'm going to pull a 15 again. Watch this. Boom, boom, boom. Come on. 15. Nice. Get me into the 700s. This is on a network that hasn't been reset in 19 days. People are like, I have to reset mine every day. Am I still going to have to do that? I don't think so. Mine has been rock solid. Ooh, 740. Not bad. So my 140 up is huge. I had 6 megabit up. I was paying $69 a month for 6 megabit up. And as a YouTuber, that is just a crime, because every time I get a little video for you guys, I want to push it up. 150 is so much better. All right, let me just take a moment and check some firmware versions, making sure we're talking about the same version of firmware, because after all, this is science. It should work the same at your house, the way it works at my house. Let's just take a quick look. I think it's under here. Here, I'm going to click on these 3 dots in the dashboard. Where is my mouse? Anybody seen my... There it is. Come on. There it is. Click on the 3 dots, and look, I think this is the version. I have... version 1.10.1.155. So that is the, well, I guess the version of the firmware that I have. Check and make sure yours is the same. On my T-Mobile side, no, on this T-Mobile side, the gateway over here. This is my serial number, which you don't need to see, but this is my hardware version, which probably doesn't matter. The software version, make sure you have the latest version. If not, update your router, because you want to make sure you don't ignore updates. You always want to make sure you have the latest. I'm running 1.2101.00.1609. There you go. So you should be getting the same stuff that I am. I don't know why you're not. Again, here it is again. Boom. Let's just run this thing. This is so much fun to run. I love getting these speed tests. Boom, 15 again? Don't tell me. 740? Come on, get up there. Yeah, that's pretty consistent. And what are you going to do? You're going to do like 148 up? Maybe 150? Because no one else is on it. Oh, it's really close, isn't it? Get there, give me my number. Yeah, you can't get much closer than that. This has been 140. This has been really rock solid, and really this is the experience that you want. And I think it's this MTU value that's given it to me. So I'm getting the pings I want. I'm getting the speed I want. Make sure you have the right firmware running, and let's try and figure this out, because science should work at my house as well as it works at yours. Anyway, guys, there you go. That's the setup. It's simple. Watch your cables and enjoy it. Just get it to work, and then you shouldn't have to touch it for months at a time. That's the whole idea. It should just be simple and just work. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Talk to you soon.